Somewhere between the deserts of South Texas and the hills of Austin, something massive may be rising from the ground, a structure that defies every known definition of home. Rumors call it Elon Musk's $10 billion mansion, a place where walls think, light obeys, and the line between science lab and living room disappears. There's no official confirmation, no glossy magazine spread, just whispers, drone shots, and the unmistakable pattern of a man who's never built anything ordinary. Musk once said he'd own no house. Then he sold every one of them. And now, years later, speculation points to something else entirely. Not a mansion built for comfort, but a machine built for life. Foundations of a legend. Back in 2020, Musk sold his entire California portfolio, 7 homes worth around $130 million, and moved into a $50,000 prefabricated unit near SpaceX's Starbase. It fit his minimalist billionaire narrative perfectly, but around 2022, new land acquisitions started showing up near Austin. Shell companies tied to SpaceX and the Boring Company quietly purchased property. Locals reported night deliveries, deep excavation, and entire chapters of road suddenly marked restricted. Theories bloomed. Was it a testing site, a prototype smart city, or the most expensive private residence ever conceived? A home designed to prove humanity could live off-grid, powered only by the sun and artificial intelligence? Whatever it is, the timing fits. Musk's companies, Tesla Energy, Neuralink, Starlink, XAI, all converging. A living headquarters makes too much sense. Even the estimated cost, around $10 billion, doesn't sound crazy when you realize the house itself might function as a technological showcase. Entering the unknown. Visitors describe a barely visible structure shimmering on the horizon. From the air, it looks more like a solar array than a mansion. Flowing glass, reflective aluminum, and curves that blend with the earth. The entrance is hidden in plain sight. A matte black archway that scans license plates and thermal signatures before the gates melt away like holograms. And once inside, light everywhere. A colossal glass canopy stretches over the central atrium. A living ceiling built from Tesla solar roof panels. In daylight, it powers the entire estate. At night, it projects a digital galaxy that shifts in rhythm with Musk's own Starlink constellations. There's no chandelier because the whole ceiling is the chandelier. Mirror segments bend and refract sunlight in real time, adjusting to circadian rhythms. The air feels balanced, almost engineered. Beneath the marble-look floor runs a hydronic cooling network tied to geothermal wells, meaning the entire house breathes, cools, and heats without vents or noise. It's luxury without excess, beauty by function, not ornament. The living spaces and humor of a genius. Move deeper, and you find rooms that refuse to stay still. Walls slide silently, reconfiguring the floor plan. Ceilings shift height. Glass panels double as interactive screens for data, design, or movie nights. You can literally say merge kitchen and lounge, and the house reshapes itself like origami. Of course, there's humor. Rumor has it the AI running the system has a snark mode. Ask for romantic lighting and it replies, probability of success, 19%, initiating mood anyway. The great room overlooks the plains through retractable glass walls that vanish into the floor. When sealed, they display real-time Mars weather data, because if you're Elon Musk, the only view better than Texas is another planet. The furnishings are mostly prototypes. Temperature-adaptive materials, self-cleaning fabrics, and kinetic tables that rearrange your books into neat Tesla-grade alignment whenever you walk away. There's even talk of a robotic butler arm in development, a distant cousin of the Optimus project, making espresso while drafting emails. Beneath the surface. But the real intrigue begins underground. Locals near Bastrop claim to have heard drilling at night. Too deep for a swimming pool, as one put it. Insiders whisper about 5 subterranean levels beneath the mansion. The first houses battery arrays, literal Tesla megapacks integrated into the home's foundations. The second contains AI servers that manage everything from lighting to water recycling. The third holds hydroponic gardens growing oxygen-producing plants and experimental crops, essentially a prototype Martian biosphere. The fourth, believed to connect to Boring Company tunnels leading to private research areas or even a SpaceX landing pad several miles away. And the fifth, if it exists, remains completely off-limits. Engineers who worked on site call it simply the core. It's not hard to believe. Musk already builds tunnels, power systems, and rockets. Combining them under one roof is exactly his kind of chaos. Water, power, and life. Above ground, everything thrives with algorithmic precision. The roofs collect rainwater that's filtered and fed into reflective pools running around the structure's base. Every droplet is recycled. Every surface has purpose. Gardens aren't decorative, they're data-driven. Drones buzz quietly, monitoring soil chemistry and sunlight. The property reportedly uses 80,000 sensors just for irrigation. There's even a chapter of microforest engineered to grow faster using tuned LED frequencies. It's lush, alive, and completely off-grid. The house generates far more energy than it consumes. Its private microgrid feeds surplus electricity into nearby communities during outages. Engineers estimate the power output could sustain dozens of homes indefinitely. So even if this estate costs billions, it also functions like a miniature sustainable city. That's classic Musk. To prove a point by building something so audacious, no one can ignore it. Hidden within the property lies a theater dome, not a private cinema, but an immersive 360-degree projection chamber. One minute you're sitting under the aurora borealis. The next, you're standing on the Martian surface rendered in real time with SpaceX telemetry. There's an art corridor where paintings rotate automatically to protect them from UV damage. Screens can project Van Gogh in the morning and Neuralink brain scans at night. A rumor persists about a wing designed for Grimes, a recording studio suspended above an indoor koi pond, its acoustics tuned by AI. The house doesn't just host art, it collaborates with it. Defense and discretion. Security here isn't about guards or gates. The mansion itself is sentient. Pressure sensors in the glass detect movement. Thermal imaging maps the surroundings constantly. A low-frequency radar grid beneath the soil can identify footsteps within 20 meters. If a breach is detected, chapters of the house seal into isolated habitats with independent power and oxygen. It's a defense system that feels more spaceship than mansion. The irony, all of it happens quietly. The walls don't threaten, they adapt. From the outside, you'd never know this serene structure could lock down tighter than Fort Knox in under 10 seconds. Why $10 billion makes sense. On paper, $10 billion sounds absurd until you start doing the math. The property's infrastructure includes aerospace-grade composites, quantum computing servers for XAI testing, and renewable energy systems larger than some power plants. Add subterranean construction, autonomous robotics, water recycling, and a private Starlink uplink network. And suddenly that number isn't crazy. For context, Buckingham Palace is valued near $5 billion. This, twice the cost, not because of gold leaf or diamonds, but because every surface is technology. The home isn't decorated, it's programmed. The mansion, if real, isn't an indulgence. It's a prototype, a fully functional demonstration of a self-sustaining ecosystem for future colonies. Daily life inside the legend. Imagine waking up inside it. The walls simulate dawn with shifting light spectra synced to your sleep cycle. Breakfast arrives from the kitchen via drone tray. The AI reads the morning's Tesla analytics aloud while adjusting your coffee strength to your heart rate. Musk might descend to the lab level mid-morning, checking on Neuralink simulations. Lunch could happen under the glass canopy, powered by sunlight and robotics. Evenings, a swim in a geothermal heated pool, followed by a live feed of a Falcon launch projected onto the dome's ceiling. And when he finally sits down to rest, the glass fades to transparency, revealing the real night sky, dotted with hundreds of Starlink satellites orbiting above. It's not comfort he's after, it's continuity, a house that never stops working, thinking, or improving. Between rumor and reality, here's what's verifiably true. Musk still owns property near Austin. He's built infrastructure through the Boring Company in Texas. SpaceX's Starbase expansion includes private tunnels and solar farms. Multiple reports confirm new building activity linked to his ventures. What isn't confirmed is this: the mansion's total cost, the underground levels, or the experimental living systems. No official filings list Project Helios, but the pieces, the technology, the secrecy, the timing fit like parts of a puzzle Musk never intended anyone to complete. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's exaggerated. Maybe it's a testbed hidden beneath another name. But if anyone could turn rumor into reality, it's the man who made reusable rockets look routine. So does Elon Musk truly live in a $10 billion mansion? We don't know. But if he doesn't yet, he's dangerously close to making it possible. Not for vanity, but for vision. Because for Musk, a home isn't a retreat from his work. It is the work. If the rumors are true, this might be the most advanced private building ever made. One that runs on sunlight, guarded by AI, connected by tunnels, and designed as a prototype for life beyond Earth. And if it's not true, it's still the most believable rumor in modern architecture, because nothing about it feels out of character for a man whose life is one long experiment in what's possible. Maybe the truth is simpler. The $10 billion mansion isn't just a structure, it's an idea. One that starts in Texas and ends somewhere near Mars. So until the gates open or a drone gets a clear shot, all we can do is imagine. But in Elon Musk's world, imagination has a habit of becoming concrete. If you enjoyed this look inside Musk's rumored mega mansion, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments what part you think is real. The next time someone claims billionaires are running out of ideas, remember, some are busy building the next planet right from their backyard.